Hello guys, how's it going and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you the process of me building a mega military warfare MOC out of Lego. Of course it's going to be part 1 because I have purchases that haven't yet arrived, but let's get right into it. Before we start, I also want to say there's an issue with the audio files and the video files. And the first part of me building this was not recorded. So basically all that happens is I show off like the base plate setup and then I put down some trees. So let's go and pick up right after that. Just pretend like you just get out of some cool tree placing video montage. Now that we have finished this section, our next area is going to be over there with a little bit more of a jungle feel, a little more tropical, along with the beach here. I also added this palm tree here because it was one of the biggest things I had. I don't know if I'll keep it in that spot. I think I like it, but I can't be sure. I also had to use a lot of my ground kind of leaves over here to kind of fill in that empty space. I don't have quite a lot of vegetation, and I wanted the jungle to feel a little more dense, but I still needed something over here to fill up that empty space in the middle. Alright, let's head over to the jungle. Alright, as you saw in that time lapse, it's a little more dense over here as it was back in the other area, but I have a lot of areas cleared here in the middle for specific reasons. Not only do I have this middle area right here kind of cleared, oh, piece falling off. This middle area cleared for what I'm doing next. I also have this area cleared to make it feel like it's more of a beaten path. And I've also saved these greens over here for the next part. Let's get into it. For this part right here, I want to add some Lego train tracks. I don't have the pieces to put actual brown in it, but it'll still do the job. The reason I want to add these is because trains are an important part in delivering supplies to troops. Not only that, it can make an interesting obstacle and a component in different films. As you saw in that short time lapse, I was able to put the track in and it fits really well. I might have to move the surrounding in to kind of enclose the track, but for now it looks really good. The reason I wanted to save these pieces is that so I could place them down in between the track. Since the train is built just the right way, it will be able to go over without any problems. I can show this by somehow squeezing one of the train cars out of the mess of the bin of tracks and sort of just situating it down on the track like this. From here, I can add the green right there, and you can see the train goes right over it without any problems. That way, we'll be able to add a little more detail to the tracks, so that they're not just gray and bland sticking out. Add a few more back here, particularly a few more in the back and the front, because that's where the detail is going to be, and also where it's a little more dense, while keeping it clear in the middle, where apparent tanks have crossed many times, as well as vehicles going down to the beach. Of course, though, when I was laying out the track on this side, I encountered some problems. Not only was it just a straight track on the other side, and I wanted to add a little more detail, this road segment in the middle here also kind of helped to jut it up a little, which is not really what I wanted, meaning we'd have to move that road section and also add some kind of component to make it a little more interesting, but I think I have just the piece in mind. Hopefully, by using this track switch piece, I'll be able to place it somewhere and add another turn piece going up, giving at least a little more detail and maybe what could be another interesting part in any future films that I make with this. And as for this road piece, I think we'll just put it aside for now and come back to it later, hopefully finding a spot that we can put it on the map. Now let's get to adding the track. Now that looks a lot better than just a straight track. Let's move on to adding our first building. This Lego fire station is one of the first things I'll add. I will say it is not 100% with all pieces, because I did get it secondhand, but it still looks absolutely ready to go into the city. So let's go in and add it. Although it did take some working around of the track and the building, I was able to finally fit it in and find a purpose for at least half of that road piece. Now I can move on to putting some infrastructure on the other side. First thing I'm going to add is this tent right here, which really actually matches the color, this tan color of the desert, which is useful because it does not have much here on this beach, which is fine, and it's kind of the bit of the purpose that was made here. You know, we can add a few weeds poking out of the sand. I can add some more momentarily, but for the most part, it's just a sandy beach and will be very useful later, but for now, just remains empty. Here is also a real quick look at pretty much most of my military stuff piled here. Of course, the guns aren't here. They're kept in a separate spot, but a lot of the stuff is here. And hopefully one day we'll be able to make it onto the table. Alright, now, we've gotten this far so far. I've added a few more things, including a wind turbine, as well as Shoutout putting the train in and some of the vehicles. But the next thing that will happen is probably going to be a massive time-lapse of me pretty much just finishing everything up. Or multiple time-lapses, because it's getting kind of late in the night and I might have to stop to eat dinner. But I don't want this video to be too long, and I feel like one massive time-lapse of finishing it off would look really good. And also, if anybody is wondering why I wouldn't just stop and, take a break and work on it tomorrow and then post it, tomorrow's Easter. So I'm going to say now, Happy Easter to all you. You'll probably be seeing this after Easter. Or possibly even before, depending on if I post it today. But Happy Easter to everyone else there. This video is also dedicated to my friend Jackson. Jackson, if you're seeing this video is for you. Alright, that is it for this video. To cover quickly what I built, have a bit of an amusement park back here waiting for some more buildings to go over here. Simple amusement park, some of my sister's Legos, which she was generous enough to let me use. Got an entire field down here. Feels a little bit like D-Day, which really gives off that militaristic feel, which I like. There's also some storage up here and a very heavy armored tank over there, which, like I've said in past YouTube shorts or videos, is actually a Star Wars set, but it fits really well with the overall theme. Moving on to over here, the reason why I see a lot more figures over there, not over here, is because this is going to be a side for the Russian soldiers, which I ordered and have not come in the mail yet. But over here, being the German side, I have a plenty amount of soldiers right here, all of which are all set and guarding our nuclear stock here. We can see we have a cruise missile hidden in there, and then some more nuclear bombs. Got, a sniper up on the roof protecting the area. Overall, just really heavily militarized. Some other soldiers, but like I said, this is only update 1. I have so much more, so much more coming, and I'm just hoping that you all like this video, and if you did, like and subscribe. I'll say it again, this video is a shout out to Jackson. You're watching this video is for you. Alright? See you guys in the next one, and Happy Easter.